Bible contains 22 values that can be categorized as wisdom, which means they provide information that should influence behavior. For example, man is unable to resist the urge to sin. 12 instances express this value in the Bible. The earliest, from Psalms, dates back to 700 BCE. However, more complexity. There are actually 2 verses that contradict this, both of them in 1 John. Anyone born of God does not continue to sin. The context on this suggests that those who accept Jesus can potentially come as close as possible to sinlessness. So the modified value becomes, we are unable to resist sinning unless we are very devout. Turns out, the Hindus express this principle in the Rig Veda, Book 1, Chapter 25, Verse 1. This predates the Bible by 8 centuries. Islam also subscribes to this value in Chapter 75, Verse 5 of the Quran. So how did the remaining 21 wisdom values do? 19 out of 22 turned out to be unoriginal or predated. And which 3 values were biblically original? The first, unbelievers and the unfaithful will resist spiritual conversion. The second, the date of the apocalypse cannot be predicted. And the third, foreigners can be as righteous as natives. Perspective check. As mentioned in part 2 of this video series, the first and third original values tie in with Christianity's propensity for proselytization.
Proselytization is a double-edged sword. Yes, you will increase membership when you proselytize, but you will also dilute your religion's dogma. This is why the Jews and Christians initially split.
The second original value regarding the apocalypse. If you think Christians take this value seriously, there have literally been hundreds of failed rapture predictions dating back to the 1st century. So how about the Islam comparison? Looks like only one value didn't match up. No surprise here that Muslims do not believe that Jesus was the Son of God. Islam believes all the prophets from Noah to Muhammad were legit, but they were all just messengers. They believe in Jesus' virgin birth and that he performed miracles, but they do not believe in the crucifixion or, obviously, the resurrection. Islam sees the worshiping of a divine Father and his divine Son as a form of polytheism, which is forbidden via the first commandment. And that's where the Trinity comes in. The concept of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit being both separate and unified, i.e. the Trinity, is actually a subject of dispute among theologians. The term Trinity is not mentioned anywhere in the Bible. Perhaps this is why Trinity doctrine was not firmly established until several centuries after the New Testament was written, in the late 4th century. There are even Christian denominations like Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and Oneness Pentecostals who still disputed the traditional view of the Trinity. So, short of a disagreement over details involving polytheism, which is about as significant as debating if David Banner and the Hulk are one entity or two, Islam and Christianity appear to be pretty simpatico.